Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and let's talk about Namor, because Namor is in trouble. Tenoch Huerta, I hope I said his name right. I don't know how he said it. I never watched any interviews or anything, so forgive me if I said his name. I'm not trying to be funny or anything. But apparently he is being accused of being a sexual predator. So saxophonist and activist and feminist Maria Elena Rawson has accused actor Tenoch Huerta of being a sexual predator. So if you don't know, Huerta recently joined the MCU as Namor in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. The accusation were outlined at Reform, and it was spotted by Cosmic Book News and Twitter. The accusations came out when Rios made did not want to be associated with the anti-racism group Puerto, claiming that she was not paid for a podcast alleged took part in. So Rios' tweets are in Spanish, so I'm going to try to I'm gonna hit the Google Translate on this, and we're going to just talk about it. So basically, they do not have my consent to dismantle a material that they did not want to pay me, and that like this in several, they exploited me to work for them for free. They don't learn, do they, apart from being a violent for defenders, the predator from Tenoch Huerta's exploiters. I made it very clear to them when I left their set that they protected the violator and sexual predator of Huerta, that they are not to publish anything about me. They still went and looked for me at a hypocritical ball concert to avoid scandals over their Marvel movie. It's very difficult to talk about this emotional abuse and abuse of power of a sexual predator who is loved in the world for playing a character in the movie like Tenoch Huerta, charming in appearance and a great hallmark for narcissistic and a good helping of victimization. They say those who live in the macho country where justice is unattainable, where they almost kill you and still don't believe you or justice come from. And no, I don't want to be famous. And this goes into details. Tenoch Huerta's alleged crimes are nowhere to be found, and Rios has not commented on them further on her statements since early this morning. However, this isn't the first time Huerta has been accused. In 2019, the actor was called out during the Me Too movement for allegedly sexually harassing someone on a Skype call. It should not have been said, but since we live in an age where story travels faster than the truth, please, we're going to wait for more before we make judgments. And that includes Jonathan Major, who is also accused of abuse. So you got two MCU stars accused of sexually molesting women, or physically abusing them, emotionally abusing them, or whatever. I don't know if it's true or not, but like I always said, you have to treat this like the same thing with Johnny Depp. You got to get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? Whether he did it or not, that's not the point. The fact that Disney was already ready to get rid of Johnny Depp over alleged things, and the longer this waits out and you're not getting the answer, the more hypocritical people are going to find Disney again. Yes, I know Kevin Feige is probably like, for the love of God, but let's be honest, Wakanda Forever was always a problem. First off, nobody told you to race swap Namor. Nobody told you to do a Black Panther sequel without the Black Panther and make it female empowerment nonsense. So honestly, you get what you deserve. It's just karma coming back at you. It's kind of sad that if this woman says that she didn't want nobody to know about it, there's probably a good reason why she didn't want nobody to know about it, because she knew that people wouldn't believe her. But now that it's out there, what is she supposed to do now? Deny it or confront it? Like, it's one of those things, like, if you know somebody's doing something terrible, do you rat them out or do you not rat them out, especially if they're beloved around the world? Because honestly, right now, there are people already talking about they don't know what to believe. Like, what do you believe? Do you believe that Tenoch Huerta actually did it, or don't you? You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those will they, won't they kind of thing. And we don't even know if he was going to even return with Namor, since still Universal still owns part of the character. So I don't know, like how is this going to work? Could Universal have a say in how Marvel proceeds with this? Because maybe for Universal they might be like, nah, get rid of him. We're going to do a Namor thing, but we can't have him as the face of Namor and just recast him and pretend like it never happened, which is fine by me, because maybe they can cast him correctly. But what are we supposed to do? Because you got the Jonathan Majors thing, which is supposed to be the major villain for your Phase 6, and Namor was also supposed to be part of it from what the rumors are saying. But now that both of them are accused of doing terrible things, what are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to wait for everything to come out? Are we supposed to move on? Like, especially with the writer's strike, and then especially with movie scripts and contracts, like, what do you do in this kind of moment? And I know right now Kevin Feige is probably like pulling his hair out of his head, whatever little hair he got left in his head, or probably changing another cap because he done exploded the one that was on top of his head after hearing news like this. People are not going to let this one slide neither, just like the Jonathan Majors thing. Nobody's going to let this nonsense slide, especially because the fact that Disney did what they did with Johnny Depp when Johnny Depp wasn't even guilty. So they're going to be like, okay, so what if these two turn out guilty and you still put them in movies or whatever? That's very hypocritical. Why aren't you making boss moves? Oh, is it because those actors are diverse while Johnny Depp was quote unquote white? I mean, I'm just saying, like, to each his own, but I'm not saying he did it, but the fact of the matter is, I have to go back to the Johnny Depp thing, the Gina Carano thing, where y'all accused them of doing something terrible with no proof, and you fired them. So you gotta kind of fire Jonathan Majors and Tian Herrera. You have to. You got to get rid of them, because you can't sit up there and have special privileges for them just because they're a diverse group. But I mean, if you really think about it, it is kind of funny that Tian Herrera is, accused of sexually assaulting someone, because, Namor has done that to Sue Storm. So there's a joke in that. I mean, it's not funny, but you know what I'm saying. If you read the comic books, Namor be trying to sexually molest Sue Storm even while she's married to Reed Richards. And sometimes she tries to sexually molest some women that he wants and stuff like that. Like, he thinks because he's a prince and because he has a body or whatever that he's going to convince these women to sleep with him. So I don't know. Maybe he thought because he was Namor that he could convince Maria that, yeah, hey, look, would you like to come on and swim in my pool and come and get some of this little bait? I'm messing. I know it's just, it is sad to see it, but I don't know. We'll see once all the information get out. But if I was Disney, Marvel, and Universal, we really will have to sit down and talk about it, because people forget that Universal still owns part of that character. So if they want to get rid of Tian Huerta, Disney can't really do much of nothing. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. But tell me what you guys think. Do you guys think he done it? Do you think that this is just karma for Marvel? Like, what do you think? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.